Hey, good morning. So it's Saturday, and I heard a testimony of somebody's life, and they were going through a certain challenge, and it just made me reflect over my life, right? And made me think about where I came from, okay? Growing up without a father, right, in my life, and my mother working hard, right? Doing all the work, really, all the work. Doing what she can, right? And then, I'm thinking about the times that I was bullied when I was younger, because of my weight, because of my ethnicity. It's not just one thing. There's always something that the enemy doesn't like, right? As much as we try to please everybody and we try to conform to the systems, you're never going to fit in, right? Because you weren't made to fit in. You were made to stand out. I remember just all these different places where the enemy tried to take my mind, to dismantle my heart, to take my life. And even if that wasn't against my flesh on the natural, but it was from an internal place, right? Of being bitter, or not bitter, because it's not bitter. I would say maybe unworthy, not feeling enough, maybe weak, not thinking that I can handle what I was in. Sometimes it's the inner struggles that when we leave to our own reasoning and we don't deal with them with a godly perspective, there's a dismantling. And that means our strength, right? The enemy comes to dismantle who we are, our identity, right? He comes to dismantle that so that way we'll be defeated. But we'll do that on our own. He gives us the chains, right? And we bind ourselves. I was thinking about, my relationships. I was thinking about just being candid this morning. It just really had me in deep thought. I was thinking about how I got married at 17. I thought I knew what I wanted. I think God was putting me in a place that I needed, right? And how that has shaped me to become who I am today, having 3 children, owning my first house at, I believe it was 18, I think. I completed hair school. I didn't get to finish college. I started it, but didn't finish because of my husband being in the military and stuff like that, and him getting out. But owning my own house, 18. I look back and I'm like, man, I've been married 25 years. I have 3 beautiful children that God is doing great things in. And going back again and just thinking about the different things, even before going into ministry that we're in right now, and how I didn't want some parts of ministry, because I didn't have confidence in myself. I didn't have the courage to fight through, right? I didn't think so. I didn't have that. God gave me everything I needed to get where I am right now. And to say all this is because, again, just thinking about how if I listened to the voices that were in my head, if I entertained the pressure that I was dealing with because of the moment, if I allowed the heaviness of the enemy, trying to form my identity instead of me accepting who I was made to be, if I allowed and gave in to all of that, I wouldn't be who I am today. I've accomplished a lot, and others have accomplished more than me, but each person should be able to look back and see where they've come from and see how God has brought you through everything. And this generation that we're raising, they're dealing with difficult things, but listen, If you can look back and see where God has brought you from, you can help this next generation get to where God is taking them. Amen. So I just wanted to share that, and looking even now, because I had to encourage my daughter, because of some things going on with sports and, life. She's 12. I had to encourage my daughter, and this is what made me want to do this, because I feel like we all sometimes get in these moments, right? We all have had these moments where we listen to the voices in our head, we deal with the pressure that is around us, the reasoning in our heart, the influence in the relationships that we have. They might not be as strong as we need them to be for the tasks that we're actually doing, right? If we think about it, that makes a big deal about how you're dealing with what you're going through. But man, I'm telling you, my relationships now with people that I have and that God has put in my life are stronger than I've ever had. And I believe because of that, I'm able to get through a lot of things. It's for me, it's for them, it's for God. It's hey, they've done it, I need to do it. Hey, I can do it, I've done it, and maybe I need to help them do it. Listen, it goes in a circle, right? It's not just one directional. It's like a circle, man. Everything cycles around, but finding the purpose in it, right? If I listened to all of the mess, if I gave in, if I gave up, if I didn't press through the difficult seasons of my life, the moments where I wanted to give up, where I wanted to take my life, or I didn't think I was good enough, or I wasn't skinny enough, because that was another issue, right? Dealing with weight, all my life, losing it, gaining it, losing it, gaining it. I've lost it, I gained it, lost it, gained it. That's enough for women. Y'all know how that goes. It takes a toll on you. So you get tired, frustrated, right? But again, that's just one thing. But then now, right? We're in ministry. We own stuff. We're rulers. We're king's kids. We're leaders. We're business owners. We're parents. We're about to open up our first commercial business. And if you were to tell me that back then, that's what I was gonna do, I'd be like, how you supposed to do that? Oh man, this is a long video. Hey, if you got time to watch it, I pray that it blesses you. I'm just grateful that I didn't give up. And I hope you find it in your time, that in your moment, in your situation, you wouldn't have made it if you gave up, and you wouldn't be here listening to me going on and on. I'm grateful for my life. I wouldn't give anything to trade it. Wouldn't go back, because everything that we've gone through, out of marriage, in ministry, in relationships, family, the enemy wants to define you by your failures, your faults, and even successes sometimes, because he wants you to think it's all you, right? Whether you succeed or whether you fail, he wants you to think that you're efficient, or that you're enough for those places. So that way, when those things fluctuate and they like go up or down, you would internalize that victory or that failure. Think about that. But at the end of the day, God defines you, and he defines you, so that way in life, if it goes up or down, if you fail or succeed, that whatever you fail and succeed, it's not you. You're defined by God. You're important. You matter. And you got to continue to press through. I pray that you press through. I pray that this blesses you. We're about to open up a business next week. And I'm grateful that I just said yes to the process and that I'm not giving up. I didn't give up, and I will continue to build for my children, for myself, and for you. And most of all, for God, because that's who defines me. That's who's kept me. That's who's keeping me. That's who's strengthening me. And that is who is continuing to sow into me to tell me who I am. God bless you. Love you. It's almost 11 minutes on this, so if you've made it this far, take time to look back over your life and see where God has brought you from and see where the purpose is. See how the enemy tried to take you out, but because you failed to give up. That's the best failure. Failure to give up. Failure to give up. Love you. God bless you. Have a wonderful Saturday.